back with another video, and today's video is going to be a story time. And as you can see from the title, it's a story time about me giving birth slash how I found out I was pregnant and like fake friends. So y'all really enjoyed my last story time, so I thought why not do another one. So okay, I'm gonna start it from the beginning. I went off to college, and I only got to stay at college for about 3 weeks and all, a month at the most. But I left for college. I'm packing up everything. So mind you, I feel like that's why I wasn't really focusing or noticing stuff about myself, because of the fact that like I'm over here buying stuff, packing stuff, moving stuff, this, that, and like I'm doing so much that it's really no time for me to sit here and be like, my chest hurting. I wonder why. So really, let's see, I got to school, and the first thing I kind of noticed would be when me and my friends would try and go get food or anything like that. First of all, I didn't have my car for the first week or two. I think it was 2 weeks. I kept coming back home, so I really don't know how long I was there and all, because any chance I got to come home, I was going home. So I think it was maybe a week that I didn't have my car, maybe a week and a half. But anyway, so we were walking, me and my friend, we were walking to the cafe, to the library that had the Starbucks, to this wing place we had on campus, and I would be extremely tired. Like, I don't work out, I don't exercise, I don't do anything like that. So okay, it's kind of normal for me to be tired doing stuff. And so I would be walking, and I'm not even really gonna say tired, it was more of being exhausted. That's how serious it was. Like, the feeling, like, and the way that I felt, like how hot I was, I honestly felt like not eating. Like, I was just like, I'll just eat what was in my room. And only cookable food I had was oodles and noodles in my room. I think I didn't even buy like lunches or anything like that. I don't know, I think I wasn't eating those kind of things at the time. So like, yeah, like I would be so tired. I'm asking my friend, I'm like, girl, like, is this why I'm wearing you out? Like, it's wearing me out, because like, is it worth it? Is it worth it? The food that they had, is it worth it? And mind y'all, I would want to, like, the thing I would want to try and make it to would be Starbucks, because a pink drink, it always hit. But they try to close the Starbucks place in the library at 11 o'clock. Who? First of all, I don't even wake up at 11 o'clock. So I'm definitely going to miss it if it closes at 11 o'clock. So I think I maybe went to the Starbucks one time at the most, made it. And then when I went, they didn't even have the drink that I wanted. So it was kind of just like, but I don't know if that was just like, I feel like it was because they said that they didn't have the ingredients at the time. So I never got to try a pink drink on campus for free, because, well, it wasn't free, but it was free because I had my student money. So yeah, that was that. I think I went to the wing place we had maybe 2 times, because it was just as far, it was actually further. Starbucks and the wing place, I don't even know how long minutes wise the walk was, but it was longer than the walk to the cafeteria, because they were in 2 separate places. So I say I got wings maybe twice, maybe, I don't even know if it was 2 times. I know I at least tried them once. That was okay, but it was better than the food they had in the cafeteria. So that was really the first red flag that I didn't notice. I kind of was just like, damn, like, why am I so tired? Like, do I need to go to the gym? Do we have a gym on campus? Like, I didn't really understand why I was so tired, but I kind of just blamed it on me being out of shape. So the next thing was me sleeping. And I sleep. I love sleep. I love sleep, because now I don't get much of it. But I really loved sleeping. And I would sleep when I was at home till 2, sometimes 3, but that was the latest. But when I was at school, on days I didn't have classes, or even sometimes on days I did have classes, I would sleep through the class. I go to sleep at 12 o'clock at night, which I guess you could say is late, but because I had been doing it at home so much, I was used to going to sleep at that time. I couldn't go to sleep at 10 o'clock. Like, it just wasn't me. So I'd be going to sleep and waking up at 6 p.m. Like, 6 p.m., y'all. That was the second red flag. And that one, that's the one that kind of had me feeling like, like, what, 6? Like, come on now. Okay, 2. Okay. But 6, y'all, I would wake up, hadn't ate all day. And when I would wake up, I wouldn't even be hungry. And that's what I didn't understand, because how am I sleeping from last night to 6 p.m. and I wake up not hungry? It made no sense. And I kind of felt like it was because of the food I had in my room. Like, I had a whole bunch of snacks. I didn't really have, let me go throw this meal in the microwave. I didn't have meals like that. I had, you know, oodles and noodles, but not no meals. But there was a way that I could go get food. I could DoorDash food, that kind of stuff. But I just genuinely was not hungry. So, again, that's the second red flag. The third red flag for me, the things that stood out would have been my chest. My chest, y'all, oh my God. And I got, I guess, a pretty decent size chest. I don't know. But it doesn't hurt or feel uncomfortable when I walk up and down some stairs, or, you know, or just doing everyday things. Like, my chest doesn't hurt. So I'm noticing, I'm like, why is my chest hurting so much? Like, why am I walking down the stairs and my chest is hurting? Like, why is it that serious? So those were the kind of things that stood out to me. And I told my friend, I was like, I'm gonna take a pregnancy test. Like, and mind y'all, I had took tests before. I'm gonna be honest. I had took tests with the same person plenty of times before, and I wasn't on birth control. I had got on birth control at one time. I did the shot for 3 months, but I kind of like, it just really wasn't that important to me, so I didn't go back and get the second shot. So after that shot, it would be like boom, boom, back to back, have sex, and nothing. So I was like, okay, like, God got me, like, that's how I felt. But clearly, he gonna only have you so many times before he say you're on your own, and that's definitely what he said for me. So so kind of got to a point where I kind of was just like, damn, a bitch can't have kids. Like, I don't know if I don't want kids. Like, okay, I wanted kids eventually, but it wasn't like something that I wanted at the time. So I was kind of just like, damn, like, I can't have kids. Is that what this is? Like, I didn't know what it was, because you having sex back to back, no protection, nothing like that. So it's just like, damn, okay, thank you. That's how I felt. I was like, well, thank you. So I kind of just stopped caring. I stopped paying attention to it. That's why before I went to school, I didn't take a test. I kind of stopped taking tests. And after the birth control, I calculated it. The birth control lasted me 3 months. Those 3 months, I, you know, couldn't get pregnant. It lasted me 7 months after that before I got pregnant again with no shots. So, and even before I got on the birth control, this is why I felt like maybe I couldn't have kids, was because even before the birth control, like, we'd slip up and I still was pregnant. So I was like, okay, like, okay, it is what it is. Like, the fuck? I'm young, I don't want no kids, no way. I mean, I love my daughter, but anyway, y'all, so that was that. So I told my friend, I was like, I'm gonna take a test, get us a ride to Target. I mean, it was cheaper at Walmart, but I wanted to go to Target because I wanted to look for some more dorm stuff. I was here to stay. I was here to stay, I guess. But I would be honest, my college experience, because I was pregnant, I didn't enjoy it. Like, I don't have flashbacks, but thinking about like how our building used to smell, and it was because I was pregnant. Like, everything is so much stronger, and I just hated the smell, like, of the room. Girl cooked popcorn one night. I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, that shit was horrible. Like, and I like popcorn, so I really wasn't understanding. I was like, maybe she cooked some weird popcorn. Like, I just wanted to believe everything but that. So eventually went to Target, got a test. I didn't take the test right away. I kind of just let it sit. I was like, you know, because I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I was not stressing it. I was not thinking I was pregnant. I was like, I'm gonna take it because what's going on, but I didn't think I was pregnant. Honest to God, I did not. So, what happened? So I'm living my life, doing me, like going out. I went out a couple times, when I was at college, but not that much. But anyways, okay, so fast forward. I wake up one day at, I think it was 3 p.m., you know, as usual, and I go to the bathroom. I pulled a little test out. It was just me, because I had my own room. I was not sharing a room with nobody. I had my own room, went in the bathroom, peed on a stick. I brought the stick in my room. I laid it on my little dresser thing or desk. Laid on that, kind of ignored it, forgot about it. Like 10 minutes later, I go over there, flip that hoe over. 2 lines, y'all. 2 lines. I'm like, the fuck? I didn't believe it. Honestly, I didn't believe it. And I didn't know how to feel. I wasn't like, some people, oh my God, I cried. Like, I didn't cry. I didn't do nothing. I didn't really know how to feel. I was just kind of like, I was shocked. I guess, yeah, that's the best way to describe it. I was shocked. So, yeah. I was looking at it and, yeah, seeing that, I was like, I don't know. I guess I believed it. But I was just like, what? Like, really? So, I called my friend. I called my 2 best friends at the time who were not there at school with me. And I showed them the test. I think I showed my my friend Jalen the test first, and she was just as shocked as I was. Like, I can honestly say none of my friends, they didn't have no type of reaction. They was just like, except for my friend Yessie, she was like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. Like, she was excited more. But Jalen acted how I felt. She was just like, what? Like, what? You pregnant? So anyway, y'all. So yeah, that was that. So then I had 2 friends at school, and I trusted them. They were my friends. One of them I had known a little bit longer, and we're still friends to this day. So what you call it? So yeah, I told her first, the one that I'm still friends with now. I told her first, and because she had went home. She used to go home all the time, and like, I wanted to go with her because, like, girl, I'm miserable here. Take me with you. Like, but yeah, so when she got back, I think it was like a Monday or Tuesday, I told her. And then the other friend, who we gotta get into the fake friends part, I told her like maybe like the next day after that, after I told the first friend. So honestly, I forgot how I told, we're gonna call her a fake friend. I forgot how I told her. I remember my first friend, I just showed her the test. I was like, and she was like, she was a little bit more excited too. It was just like, I don't know how to feel. So I don't know how I told a fake friend. But I eventually told her, and then me and the girl who my other story time is about, she had a baby by the boy too. So a situation had happened with me and fake friend, where I had a falling out with one of her friends who wasn't my friend. I just didn't like her, so we was arguing, and for some reason I later found out she felt the need to go and tell her that I was pregnant. Mind y'all, 4 people knew. That's all. And I didn't plan on telling nobody. So those 4 people know, and she felt the need to go tell the girl who I was arguing with. And I didn't understand that because, girl, you know I don't like her. You know we arguing. Why would you go and tell her? So that happened. but I didn't know that she knew. So y'all can let me know in the comments who y'all think told the girl who was the baby mama of my baby daddy, who told her, because it just so happened, I think it was 2 days later, I don't know if I was arguing with her or what, but I just know we ended up she ended up posting on her Snapchat the messages from some account telling her that I was pregnant. And I'm like, huh? And first of all, I ain't gonna lie, I was mad. I was mad as fuck. Like, I didn't really tell nobody, but I was mad as fuck because it's like, damn, like, bitch, I didn't know for like 3 days. Like, how you gonna go tell my business, especially to a bitch I don't like? Like, who the fuck does that? And so, yeah, so the account told her whatever. Of course, I denied it because it's my business. I decide when I want people to know, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, that was that or whatever. And then, yeah, so that's kind of how that happened. I don't know who told her specifically, but after everything, when I came back home and I told my mama, I was cool with the girl up until then because I did not know that she told her old friend or her friend that I was pregnant, the one who I was arguing with. I didn't know that she told her. So when I found out, me and her had a falling out. We're going back and forth, arguing, this, that, and the third. She denying it. I just seen her the literal screenshots of when she said the shit for her to not even admit it, but to start arguing back with me. And I guess trying to fight. But she didn't want to fight because this is the same girl who was with me when I fought the girl. When I fought the boy's baby mama. Her, that friend, yeah, that's her. So, as y'all can tell from this story time, she wasn't really like that, but I guess she was on the defense because she got caught in a lie. So, but I let it go. Well, at the time I didn't, but this day now I let it go. We squashed it. We're not friends, but it's no beef. Like, you did it, it's over with, whatever. I don't care. So, fast forward to now. Me giving birth. It happened basically, it was August 18th. I think I was like the first day of my 40th week pregnant. I was due April 14th. Had my daughter April 8th. So this day I was really just over it. And I had been telling my mom and telling my friends, I was like, y'all, I'm finna have this baby. Like, I'm finna make this baby come out because I'm over this. Like, I'm done. It was nice, it was fun. It wasn't fun. I actually had a really rough pregnancy, just with wearing the mask and it being hot. Like, I just didn't want to do nothing. So my pregnancy honestly was not good for me. Like, some people be like, oh, I was glowing. I didn't feel like I was glowing. I definitely felt trashy. Wasn't hungry, surprisingly. Like, it was just bad. So yeah, y'all, fast forward to that day, April 8th. So that morning I had drove to the store, bought some castor oil because I posted on my Snapchat and I was like, how do you go into labor early? Give me some tips, y'all. So people were saying a lot of different stuff like squatting, this, that, and third. And I was like, okay, I'm listening. I was hearing stuff. Some stuff I was like, I'm not trying that. And then I seen castor oil and I seen like this girl gave me this YouTube video of this pregnant lady like doing different exercises on a basketball. So me and my friend, we went to the gym that morning and we were working out, doing squats. I was doing what I seen in the video. I don't know if I was doing it right, but I was doing it. So doing all that, then went and bought the castor oil, got home, was chilling. I was like, okay, come on, I'm ready. Nothing was happening. So I was really tired of it. I took 2 teaspoons, I don't really know which one it was, of castor oil. People was like it was real nasty. It wasn't disgusting. It was oil. Like, it wasn't that bad. So I had took 2 and then I got impatient. So I took 2 more. And then I was like, fuck it. I'm finna run up these stairs. Like, I have stairs where I live. So y'all, I think it was, I did 12. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, both sides, 12 times. So 24 and all. Pregnant, y'all. Pregnant. Out of shape. Don't work out 12 times. So I did all that and came in the house. I'm laying here. I'm like, oh boy. Still nothing. Like, damn. Nothing. Like, I was really kind of aggravated at this point. Because I'm like, come on now. Like, the fuck? What I gotta do? Like, what do I have to do to have this baby? And people were telling me to have sex. I had sex, like, close to when I was gonna have my baby, y'all. I would not recommend it. I thought I was gonna have that baby that night. Like, y'all. And this was in, like, the time that I really realized it was in, like, March. I was like, yeah, no. Never again. Never again. Like, that shit was not it. Wasn't it at all. Like, my stomach was cramping. When I'm having sex, my stomach was cramping. I'm like, yeah, no, this ain't it. I'm good. I'm good. I'll wait. So yeah, that's exactly what I did. I waited. So, what you call it? So yeah, I was there. I was laying here. I'm sitting in a butterfly position, just weird as hell. Just doing anything I can to have this baby. I took a bath, y'all. I took a hot bath. I did it all in this day. So eventually, I think after I took my bath, I came in here, I'm laying here, mad as fuck. And I get up, y'all. And while I feel a little something drip down, I said, what is this? I didn't know what it was, y'all. I did not know what it was. I don't know what it felt like to have your water break. I tried to watch YouTube videos. Them hoes wasn't telling me nothing. They were telling me, but they wasn't telling me how I felt. So, I'm like, what is this? What is this? Because a little TMI, you know, they say that you're like, it's extra wet, like, when you pregnant. So, and I noticed that. So, I'm like, is it that? Like, is it? Because it wasn't even like, it was like a little drop, little slide down my leg. I'm like, what is this? I was happy, but I didn't know what it was. So I continue. I get up. Once I felt that, I'm squatting. I'm 5 squats. I don't know how many squats I did, but I kept squatting. And because I wasn't in no pain, so I'm squatting. Y'all, a little bit more water. So I'm like, all right. So I go around my room. I'm like, well, and I don't really know how to say it. Mama, that's one thing she said. She was like, you just don't seem like you're finna have a baby. Like, you're not acting like you're finna have a baby. And I'm like, how do you want me to act? Like, you want me to be crying, like screaming, scared? Like, I'm scared, but I show emotion, but I don't really show emotion. So it was kind of just like, I'm finna have a baby. Like, that's exactly how it was. Like, I was not scared. I wasn't nervous. Like, some people be panicking. I was just like, hopefully this shit is it, because I'm done. So, oh, I lied, y'all. That was on the 7th. All this happened on the 7th. All the stuff I was doing was the 7th. So, water, like, all that. So, she was like, all right, well, we go to the doctor, have a hospital bag packed, all that. So, we get in the car, we going, we driving. Hospital's like 12 minutes from my house, so it's not far. And so when I get there, it's real dark, real shady. I'm like, what is this? Like, what? It was like the giving birth department, but it was dark as fuck. Like, one person in the front, lights dim. I'm like, is this bitch open? Like, I didn't really know. So a lady finally came to the front. And I was like, Mama, give me a wheelchair. Give me a wheelchair. Like, I don't know. I wanted the full experience. I wanted a wheelchair. So, got in the wheelchair. I might insert a video of me in the wheelchair. Because it was funny. Like, I wasn't in no pain, but I wanted the wheelchair. Because that's what they do. That's what these people do on YouTube. I wanted the chair, too. I wanted to feel it. So, we get up there. They like, all right, y'all only got to wait in the little waiting area. And we're going to do some type of test to see if it was the stuff that's like the water in the water breaking. So I'm laying on the bed by myself, and I was just like, okay. I'm laying there. I'm on my phone. I didn't tell nobody that I was there, except for my Snapchat, my private story. I told them, but I ain't tell nobody else. I was just like, we're gonna see first. We're gonna see what it is first. Then I tell somebody. Because I didn't want to be disappointed, and I don't feel like everybody else is gonna be disappointed, but I just didn't want to be disappointed and be like, oh, sorry, no, it wasn't that. So I was like, I'm gonna find out. So they do the little test. Mind you, I'm sitting here, it's just this is when it was breaking, when I was laying down in the bed, in the hospital bed. So it's just water everywhere. I'm like, okay, I'm back, y'all. But it's just water everywhere. So then the lady comes back in the room. She was like, good news, it was your water breaking. So I was like, all right, yay. So, I was excited, because if she would have came back and she would have said it wasn't, honestly would have been mad as fuck. Like, honestly. So, because when I went to the doctor, actually that day on the 7th. And, that he was like, you're like half a centimeter dilated. I'm like, a half a centimeter? Okay, whatever. But yeah, y'all, so she was like, yeah, so they got me in my own room. My mama came in there. I stayed the night in the room, and at that time I texted my baby daddy, and I told him, what was happening. And so that, like in the middle of the night, basically he was telling me he was gonna come, and the doctor was telling me that you could only have one person. So I was like, I don't know. Like, I didn't know. I really did not know who I wanted in there with me. Like, I was just like, my mama was already here. Of course, because that's who I live with, and I can't drive myself to the hospital. So it's just like, she's already here. That's how I was feeling. I was like, I don't know. So yeah, basically the time came, it was the next morning. The doctor was like, so, no, my mama went downstairs because my baby daddy and his family, they were there, and they were he was trying to come up. And of course, they came up there and they were like, one person, so you gotta go down there and figure out whatever. So I was like, I had kind of told my mama that, I don't know, I made the decision, but I didn't make the decision. I was like, I guess he can come. Like, I don't know. I just was very indecisive about who I wanted in there, because at the end of the day, that's my mama. So, and so, yeah. So, she went down there. She talking to them, da-da-da-da. And then she came back up there. And she was, I guess, feeling the emotions like I was feeling the emotions. Like, she wasn't mad at me. But when she came back in there, and she was just like, all right, well, I'm finna leave. I told him, stay up here with you, da-da-da. That's when it really hit me. And I was just like, it was just, I don't know, maybe it's because I was pregnant. But at the same time, I was sad. I was like, wow, like, my mom's leaving. So I'm sad. I start crying. And I don't cry. Like, my mama knows that I'm not an emotional person. I don't cry in front of people. I don't do that kind of stuff. That's just not me. That's just who I am. So for me to be crying, she was just really, I guess it was like, she was trying to stay strong, because like, I'm over here crying. I don't cry, this, that, and the third. So the nurses, like, I don't cry in front of people. So the nurses come back in the room. I'm like, damn, let me dry these tears up. Like, I really wanted to dry my tears up, because I don't cry in front of people. I don't like to show no emotion in front of nobody. So I couldn't hold them in though. Like I said, y'all, I really think I was sad. I was sad, actually. So I'm crying. She's like, nurse trying to give me her opinion. She was like, yeah, that's your mom. I honestly feel like you should keep her. Like, she wasn't saying that, but what she was saying, she was basically saying she felt like my mama should stay. So I'm like, it just wasn't helping. Nothing nobody said. My mom was telling me it's gonna be okay. Like, she'll leave. Like, nothing was helping me. I was just very distraught. Like, I don't think I ever cried like this in my life. Like, I don't cry, y'all. So I'm crying. Nurse is watching. They try not to help me, but nothing was helping. And he downstairs. He didn't see all this. So, the nurse came and she was like, I'm gonna try and talk to the, like, head nurse or whatever like that and see if possibly you can have 2 people in here for the rest of the time till you give birth. So I'm like, okay, you know, I'm still feeling like probably not gonna happen, but we'll see. So I'm waiting. I'm still crying because I just don't know, and I don't know, y'all. It was just very emotional for me. So eventually she comes back and she was like, they said that you can have 2 people in here for you to give birth, but after you give birth, then we switch you to your other room. That person has to leave. So I'm like, oh my God, like, yeah, I'm so happy. Like, when she said that, I was like, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna have this baby out. I'm ready. So yeah, so mom went downstairs and I was thanking the nurses. I'm like, thank y'all, because y'all, it's COVID. Like, it's April. The mask mandate was not dropped. They were not playing no games at the time. One person in the hospital wearing a mask in the room. I'm laying in the bed, hot, with the mask on, y'all. With the mask on. So mom, when they came up there, he had been in a situation, so he was injured, but he still came. That's another reason why I kind of wanted him in there, was because of the fact that he was injured and he still came. I felt like that's why I was really just torn on what to do. Like, I felt like both of them were kind of there for me, so I just really didn't want to have to choose. So yeah, so they both had to come up there. Fast forward, I'm laying there. It was about 10 something, close to 11. I'm feeling pain. I had already got my epidural last night in the middle of the night, all that, when it was just me and my mama there, because my mom was the one who got to spend the night. He came early morning. It was like 5 a.m., 6 a.m., something like that. So, yeah, y'all. I'm laying there. I'm feeling the pains, but it's not bad. Like, honestly, I can say it was not bad. It was just like ow, like uncomfortable. I don't have period cramps, so I can't really compare it to that because I don't really get period cramps. But it was just very uncomfortable for me. So they were like, we're gonna check your cervix, and I was like I held the pain in for so long, not saying nothing, just because of the simple fact that they had checked my cervix the night before, and that was the most uncomfortable thing ever. Like, I was just like, you know what? I had a baby, not to say shit before I had them come check this cervix again. So eventually, like, I told my mama in here, she snitched on me. So they came over there to check my cervix. They were like, you're like 10 centimeters dilated. I was like, okay. That's when shit got serious. I was just like, oh Lord. Like, that's when I got nervous. I didn't cry, but I was nervous because I hadn't been nervous the whole time before. I was kind of just chilling, really. Like, they had some BET on the TV. I was cool, and I did not give a fuck. So when they were like, all right, it's about time to push, they started going to get the nurses and shit, putting their clothes on. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, that's when I got nervous. So I had said to my mama, and I was like, I don't think I can do this. Here goes the nurse. Oh, you better get ready to do this. But I'm like, bitch. Like, I know. This wasn't the one who let them both in, because, you know, I fuck with them. But I'm like, girl, I know. But like I said, I'm not ready. So, yeah, they come in there. Everybody come in the room, whatever. And yes, so I start pushing. I said again to the doctor, he was like, you ready to push? And I was like, no. And then here his funny ass go. Nigga, that love to be funny, like, are you a doctor or a comedian? I don't understand. He was like, well, it's time. You ain't got no choice. You gonna leave her in there? I was like, I might. I honestly might. Like, y'all, like, damn, you can't say nothing around nobody without them taking it so seriously. So, yes, I get to push in. I think I pushed 4 times. I'm gonna say I pushed for real 3 times, because that first push, he was like, push. I was like, like I was making the sound, but I wasn't pushing. So that was that. I kind of planned to do that, all the pushes, but I was like, that's not that bad. Honestly. So the 4th push, the little girl came out. Elizabeth, look. She came out and they went to go clean her off. Then they laid her on me. And I was like, I don't know, I was in shock. That's really my emotion for a lot of things. I was just shocked. So they laid her on me. I was like, I don't, do I rub her back? Like, I didn't know what to do, y'all. I didn't know what to do. She was still purple. I was like, I'm gonna give it a second. So they laid her there for like a minute. They took her back, weigh her, do all that. So I'm just laying there. My mama, my baby daddy, they all looking at the baby. I'm like, damn, what does the baby look like? I haven't seen her yet. Like, they laid her on my chest, but I couldn't see her. So I'm like, okay, I'm waiting there. And then, yeah, so they bring my girl over there. I see her. She's beautiful, as you know, as I expected. I was just very happy. I was so excited to bring her home. Like, I don't know, I don't have a lot of kids in my family. Like, I'm not around a lot of kids, so it's really just a different experience. And I can honestly say that this experience changed my life. My birth, for me, it was not hard. It was actually pretty simple. I had her at 11:47, and she was 7 pounds exactly. And she had a head full of hair, curly hair, and I was just very excited and happy. And I'm still, to this day, she's now 5 months. She'll be 6 months on October 8th. So doing a little photo shoot for that. I'm excited, but yeah. So that is my story time for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button and you comment and like this video, and turn on post notifications so that you see when I post, because I'm being very consistent, as y'all can see. So videos will be coming soon. I think my next video is actually going to be a vlog, because I'm going to get a new hairstyle. And so yeah, I'm gonna bring y'all along. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, bye guys.